Alright, we're live. I hope I'm being clear enough and you're able to hear me. So, yeah, I want you to imagine this situation or this scenario. You are in a boxing ring, right? You have been introduced that you have to fight a multi professional, A level elitist boxer who has had numerous fights than you ever had, and this is your first time in the ring. Just try to imagine this hypothetically. Then now you're told that if you win this round, you'll be given 100k, 100 grand for that. Then the other condition is this: that person, since that person is a professional fighter, that person is not allowed to injure you or to make you bleed in any shape, form, way. Are you gonna take that offer, or you're just gonna pussy out and say no? This is too dangerous for me, I might get killed whatsoever, blah blah blah. Genuinely analyze that question and give your succinct answer in the comments below. Well, two things happen here. It's either you become brave, be brave and courageous and say, alright, fuck it, man, I'm gonna do it. If I lose, at least I try my best. Or you'll be like the other 99% of the world who says, no, this thing is just too hard, I can't do anything about it, this person will just trash me. But they have already given you the guarantee that person won't hate you. But say, no, I can't do this. What happens there? Pussy out. You attain cowardice. So now, why am I giving you this example? Because this is not so far away from true life, the life we're living right now. We all have been given infinite opportunities to actually thrive, but what do? We actually, instead of taking the risk and being remembered as a hero, we decide to take the safe route, the comfort place, saying no, just be comfortable. I won't do my best. I'm afraid people judge me. I might get killed, prosecuted, that type of stuff. So now, where does this apply mostly? Well, in all facets of life, like people have issues in their confidence, people have issues in their authenticity, people have issues with their finance, people have issues with their spirituality, people have issues with dating, people have issues everywhere, but now they pretend as if they don't know the solution to those issues so that they can keep being mediocre. It's the root key mediocre people use to stay the way they are. Let me give you an example in authenticity. The reason why I'm a huge advocate for authenticity is that if you're not able to be true to yourself and true to the world of who you are, then you can never do anything. Why? Why is this okay? Why is authenticity key? There are a lot of things which are mythological, things which are biased in this world. A lot of things are just in the matrix, which are not true. You're being propagated with fake information. So now, for you to be able to escape that and live life as an elite, top G person, you need to actually see through the lies. But now, no matter how many times, how your eyes might be so focused, you cannot permeate through. Why? Because you're unable to be authentic. You yourself are not able to express your own authenticity or truth. How do you think you can be able to express the truth of the world? Let's continue. So, just having a cup of tea here. So now, where were we? The way it is like this. As a human being, you have a duty to pay to your lineage. You have a duty to pay to the person who made you. You also have a duty to pay to yourself. If you have even half respect, you know that you need to respect yourself, own up to your own decisions, and be the person you are made to be. Not dimming your light so that lights may shine. That is the most pathetic thing you can do as an individual. It is turning your light away so that others' light may shine. You yourself, it's more like, there are some people who have not been given the privilege. This is not cliche talk, it's true. There are some privilege which people have and others have not. Some people are being burned or blown up in Syria, Ukraine, the things that are happening there. But you're just here, like me, just chilling, having tea. So now, What's my point? If you look back again, those pre-civilization eras, people were fighting saber-toothed tigers just to sustain themselves. You know, they were working hard, having times sleepless nights because they're afraid that these carnivorous animals might come and attack them. But they fought to keep their testosterone high so that they might protect the sperm so that you might be born. All those sacrifices were made so that you might be here. Then you here, you're just living life without an ounce of shame that you're not living to your true potential. Really, does that even add up? To me, that doesn't compute in the single slightest formula ever. As an individual, you have a duty to pay to be the best version of you. Anything less than that is all total bollocks. You need to realize that if you are unable to express yourself, how do you think you'll be able to express your values to the world and succeed? You cannot. Others might say, no, I'm having confidence issues, I'm afraid people will judge me. So what? People always judge. People always have a lot of things to say about you. You're not made on earth to please anyone, my dear. You're just made to be the best version of you. And make the person who created you, make God proud that you are doing the best you can. Make yourself proud. That's the reason why you're even feeling depressed right now. You feel like you're not able to do anything. Now look at the triviality here. Instead of you to work on yourself to be the best version of you, you're going to the therapist to say, no, the reason why you're like this, you need to take this type of vitamin, you need to take this type of drug, blah blah. All is the same therapist during the weekends. What do? They just sleep off with coke, so not just a controversial issue. You need to realize that burning desire to be authenticity is a key that opens doors to all other realms. That's why I emphasize on authenticity, because when you are true as a human being, when you are true to yourself, you are committed to yourself, that means you can commit to anything else. When you're committed to yourself, let me repeat this. When you are committed to yourself as an individual, you can commit to anything else. Whether it is attaining all your goals, the first step starts with committing to your authenticity. Own it, you can own anything else. You cannot be yourself in a world where you're someone else. Do you understand? You cannot be yourself in a world where you are someone else. You can never be the best version of someone else. You can only be the best version of you. You can only be the worst version of someone else and you try to be that somebody else. But when you own yourself, you're going to realize that there are some parts of your brain which are uncluttered, which are unfathomed, which you haven't used. It goes to the age-old saying, you only use 10% of your brain. When you authenticize yourself, you will start to talk with the world as you, not as someone else. Then the world, based off of your values, will attract you to the things you actually need. Like there's this saying which is so epic. I feel it to be the most important thing I've ever heard in my life. It goes like this: when you genuinely want something, I think it was written by Pablo Piasco. I don't remember the guy. It's referenced in the book. I'm not a big fan of books, but yeah, I just saw this. It was quite cool. The Alchemist. It says, I'm paraphrasing, if you genuinely want something and you say you feel you genuinely want that thing, the universe will conspire to make that thing a reality. So now when you are authentic, all you want is authenticity. You're going to realize your true values, the things you genuinely want. Then based off of that, you'll start exposing the lies of the matrix and attract that thing you genuinely want. Is it wealth? Is it health, fitness, spirituality? It's all of them. They are all connected. When you genuinely want that, you start seeing new areas, new doors of realization opening up that you can achieve those things. So, which is it gonna be? Are you gonna be the person who is so scared of being yourself that you live the rest of your life regretting, or are you gonna take life by the horns and on the deathbed look back with pride, look back with happiness, look back with joy that you actually lived life by the horns? Because life is so short, precarious, the longevity of life has so much spontaneity, and you can't even have a grasp of it to the fullest of knowledge. Life is a mystery of its in of itself. Which one is it gonna be? There's this quote I find to be epic. My mentor used to say it mostly. He said, "The cave you fear holds your greatest treasures." Yeah, it was something of that sort. The treasure you seek is hidden in the things you deeply fear. So at the other side of fear, that's where there is those things you want. So are you gonna be just a peasant, a peon who's just afraid of being authentic, like you just want to fit in, or you just gonna take life by the horns and say no, there's more to my life because I was not created to be mediocre like these fools who don't even know that life is short. They're so selfish. People who are not able to live life by their horns are selfish brats because they're hiding something potent, something so potent that if they express that, they don't just be helping them alone to help everyone else. Now here is a fat fact, like there's someone is sleeping on the doorsteps, you don't even have money, people are just helping you, meaning you're selfish. You know that you can be more than that, but you're just dozing out, useless, pathetic fool. Rather than instead you take life by the horns, you're making maybe 8 figures on a monthly basis. Nothing is impossible, you know then you're able to supply for people, your family. You even lessen the burden, even the evil that lies within our cubicles. you know I'll argue, in fact, the fact here right now at this point. People say there's this old pathetic saying which says money is the root of all evil, blah blah blah. No, money is not the root of all evil. Absence of money makes people to be evil. The things which people mostly want is money, because money secures some things which without you can't even acquire. So now when you don't have that essence or that thing which is money, you're going to find that you start issues of kidnapping people. You start saying, no, give me this amount of money and I'll be able to secure you, your child will be safe. We see such happening because people want money. But now when you have money, even reduce those things that are happening. So it's just a matter of being someone who knows that you shouldn't just be a taker but also a giver, and you have infinite opportunities in your heart to be the best version of yourself. Like you're trying to please people who don't even people. I say it as a fact. You're trying to please people who don't care about you. They don't give a solitary fact about your existence. Genuinely speaking, when you die, within a couple of 3 to 4 months, years, days, even belong replaced by your job, forgotten by your people. So now, what's the point, man? I genuinely answer that question. What's the point of trying to please someone else when you are you gonna be with that person on the deathbed or what? I want to know. Or in the final judgment, will that person be there to say, no, this person was trying to please me, that's why he didn't live to his true potential? Nobody gives a fuck, man. Like, that's just pathetic bollocks. Shit. Arsenal, you actually have to own your life. Some will say, no, I want to please my parents. My parents are the best. Sure. You need to make your parents happy, but you don't necessarily have to please them. What if the ideology that is based of them is not the thing that is best for you? Me, I don't even go further, man. Just analyze. There's this quote again. I don't know the person. It said, a lot of people give up what they want most because of what they want now. And that's true. People are so myopic. They only see the thing which are now, you know that you need to be authentic to yourself. That's when you even be yourself proud, like, okay, I'm living life by the fullest. I'm not trying to alter my views whatsoever bullshit to make another person applaud of me. No, even be proud because I live in your life. Other people will not judge. Other people judge, of course, obviously. Those are just obstacles to your greatness. But when you are able to conquer those obstacles, those pathetic fears, you outgrow them and you see there's more to life than fear. It's not your environment that matters, but it's what you have inside, and that is the biggest environment to alter your reality. So in your heart yourself, if you know that there's something important, you don't even have to please other people. Okay, maybe people not approve of your authenticity. They say no, we want you to just be pleasing us, want you to entertain us, you have to just be a slave, because that's how it is. You're just a slave. You just simply say no, you you're more superior than me. It's okay, you can be authentic, but me, I will not be authentic. Why are you making yourself like a mob? Why are you devaluing yourself so much? Don't you feel bad? Honestly, that's just asinine. I've ranted for a while. And share your thoughts in the comments if you see this video and it appeals to you. But I've told you the truth. Nothing is closer to the truth than that. Someone who genuinely wants you, who cares for you, will tell you to say, hey man, I care for you, bro. But don't please another person, just be yourself. The right people who want you come to you. If you know your values are like this, some other people will not approve, fine. They're not the only people in the world. In fact, let the whole world hate me. As long as I know what I want, I stand for it. I'll push for that, and if I genuinely push, I'll get what I want. Being authentic. This is a concept far thought out, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Truth people rarely know of. They just feel as if they can just compress their own ability. This has a margin which is highly, it can even change your DNA utterance. If you start having this useless, pathetic personality whatsoever, say no, me, I'm introverted. No, are you really introverted, or are you just a people pleaser? I feel like if you talk normally, people able to hear you, you say no. People will start judging me. Let me just alter my voice to repel seeking so that they approve of me. That's pathetic, man. You don't live long enough in life. You have to suck life to the fullest. How do you do that? Authenticity is the key, number one. When you're authentic, we can talk about step two. When authenticity comes in tandem with a lot of things, it simplifies a lot of things. When you're authentic, this is the first truth. The first truth of me. I say this. The first truth is, when you're able to express the light that is within you, you're able to express the light elsewhere. Authenticity expressed, then you're able to now genuinely work hard for the things you want in a way that is authentic to you. You commit authentically. Even working hard, you work authentically. If you feel like education is not for you, which it's not, obviously, it's a scam. They're just teaching you to be slaves. Have you not seen that already? You need to see that. Open your eyes, man. You're being programmed. Then you work hard if you want finances. You work hard for the finance. You get the finances. You start living new dimensions of life. But what if you're just people pleasing? You'll just be like a doorstep of someone's house. Which is not good. I genuinely recommend coffee. I'm just drinking coffee. I feel like it sharpens the mind. You're able to think clearly, If it's the girls you want, you're authentic about that. You're not people pleasing. You have the finance, you have the wealth, you have the health, and the health is also a big key. You're able to attract that easily, because people admire someone who is authentic. Because a lot of people have this bush garbage thrown around, say no. you're hopeless, you can't do anything about it. Hence, a lot of people are not authentic, so they admire someone who's authentic, and they're actually attracted to you, and like the opposite, like the opposite. So that's the thing. That's the thing. I feel like I can tell more, man. You learn so much when you actually on yourself, man. Say, hey, man. In fact, it's just a good adrenaline spike, You always have that fear, like, no, people judge me if I do this. Then you do it either way. You give yourself more confidence. Confidence, this is a fact. Quote from one. Confidence comes with competence. I'll repeat that again. Confidence comes with competence. When you're confident in something, you're automatically confident. You cannot be confident in something you're not competent in. That's just a fact. Don't this new garbage thing ruin your mind. If you've not practiced being confident, if you've not tried to be authentic, you can't be authentic. Don't be you. Okay, don't follow people like that much, but occasionally when I just see the post, I find it interesting, I just save it. But I don't, time is the most important resource, and you have to be very fast. So I saw a post by Tom Bayu, Bill. I don't know how to pronounce it. He said, "You should not." I'm paraphrasing here. You should not be upset about not getting the results you wanted by not putting the effort. Shouldn't say, no, I'm not getting these results, blah blah blah, I'm going to sleep, blah, 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 because you didn't put in the work. Put the work in, the result to come. It's not, you should even delete TikTok from your account, from your phone, like me. TikTok will just teach you to be depressed, ruin your attention span, make you a weak, pathetic brat who just say, no, one day to be my turn, like Spider-Man. One day Spider will come and beat me and bite me, and I'll be Spider-Man, yippee! I'll have the girl of my life. No, that's nonsense. You have to work hard. When you work for that thing, the result to come, there's nothing you can do about it. That's what they teach you. No, you're hopeless, someone from the sky above will just come and help you. No, man. God helps those who help themselves. So when you put in the work, genuinely, if you feel like you're not confident, work on the confidence. If you feel you're not authentic, work on the authenticity. And the more effort you put in, the more your authenticity will increase. It's more like here. You put the work, you put the work like this, you come here. Put the work, you come here. It's not until you're always increasing. I believe that perfection is not attainable, but when you aim for perfection, you always be making progress. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does, because I'm a genius, I'm the brain. So that's the thing, man. So the more you challenge yourself, the more you seek more, the more you grow. The comfort place is a beautiful place, but nothing beautiful ever grows there. So comfort to make you weak, pathetic. Now this quote from Andrew Tate, which was like paraphrasing again, which is saying like there are some animals that are in the zoo. They are comfortable and everything, but they don't have that inner fulfillment. Because they are beautiful. We all are beautiful. That's what we are as human beings. We need to struggle. But now, should we struggle being comfortable, or should we struggle trying to be the best? Choose. I'll go for the most appealing. The latter is always appealing, unless someone who's just messed up in the brain will choose the first or the prior. So it's either you're always going to struggle either way. Are you gonna struggle paying the rent, being broke, or are you gonna struggle being rich, traveling the world? That stress, exposing the truth of the matrix, being arrested for the truth, but making millions. Which piece is more appealing? Mind you, they all have almost the same. Like the pressures are always almost the same. But no, which one would you go for? In terms of intensity, you go for the one which is fulfilling to you, right? Which one? You go for the former. You go for the latter. So that's the way it is. Always have to embrace the struggle, work hard, make yourself proud, man. From now on, commit. when you commit, you're gonna see that you're gonna have a new network of people. Not these bullshit people you say are friends. Yeah, the average of the 5 people you spend your time, sunshine, something like that. Your time with. So the more you grow as a person in your value, the more other people see the value in you and attracted to you, who have the same likewise manner of energy. You're attracted to girls who are nice, because you as a person, no one would like to date a brokey, ugly looking. When you have money, you're handsome automatically. So that's just the formalization of everything. Owning your own private jet, those stuff. Having a six-pack, lifting weights, being a disciplined person, a force for good. you know so that's just how it is. Not being selfish. Because when you make yourself, okay, a lot of people say no, these people who are wealthy are narcissistic. Maybe, but when they have that money, it's easy for them to help out the people they love and care about. Now he's a person who is even like, no, I want to work on myself, it's too hard. That's a person who is even more narcissistic, if you ask me. Because that person doesn't even care about helping another people. And just listen into depressed songs all over and over. Just trying to make themselves feel as if they're working. Listening to motivational talks without any implementation whatsoever. And they just say, no, I'm putting the work in, I'm not getting the results. That's just bollocks, man. Yeah, God, you got to judge you and say, no, you didn't do your best, man. You're put on the planet to be the most person, the greatest version of you, but the reason you were feeling depressed is not because you wanted a therapist or needed a therapist or what. No, it was a clear evidence to say it was correlated with your achievement. You are not living to your true potential. That's why that was just an indicator. When there's something wrong in the body will automatically tell you. That is the natural rhythm of the body. It's not everything that requires a pharmaceutical drug. Some things you just have to use AB knowledge, common knowledge. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Common knowledge, knowledge that is not taught in school. You say, oh, why am I feeling this? No, I'm not doing my best actually. That's why you genuinely work hard. That fire will be lit, and you'll not be a slave of the matrix. You escalate the ladder of greatness and reach new levels that will make people so appeased and appealed to you. Your life will be a pilgrimage of greatness. Even though the age may pass, the life lived will not pass. I feel like that's a good quote. So I'm the greatest. Saying that I'm the greatest does not mean I'm narcissistic. Rather, no, it's just a reaffirmation that will boost me to be more effective, productive, and escalate new levels. So I've talked a lot. What are you saying about this? You can write your comments, your thoughts about why you're not there where you're supposed to be, and why you're not there. Is it because the pain of staying the same is less compared to the pain of change? When you genuinely feel like there's more to life, the pain of staying the same will hurt more than the pain of change. As a result, that will act as a catalyst to propel you to greatness. And real life is good. The universe is so intelligent that it has a way of punishing the perpetrators. Who are the perpetrators? People who don't do what they're supposed to do when they're supposed to do it. Genuinely what you're supposed to do, then you procrastinate on it. You'll be punished by God. Say, you didn't do this. As a result, this is just there's a term in biology they say negative feedback response. You didn't do AB, you're gonna get CD. If you did AB, you would have gotten XY or XZ or YZ. But you didn't. You thought that you can get away with it. No, life is not like that. Life is not all sunshine and roses. Life is actually a bitter place for people who don't know, and we actually utilize those efforts. We realize that You can be at say a greater place. People will not care for you, man, if you're broke. If you are just like minuscule, you're just gonna be on a pay cliff floating above yonder in a sea of never-ending dread or loathsomeness. But now it's all a choice, man. Like it's all a choice of your choice. So let's conclude here now. Let me just give you some up of what I mentioned, which are so critical. You must be authentic. When you're able to show your true colors to the world will replicate the same, and you'll be more fulfilled. If you are able to show your true colors to the world will replicate the same and show you your colors. Does that make sense? Your values, things you care about, will only be achieved when you express them through your mouth, your speech, your whatsoever, the way you conduct yourself. That's when you even be able to achieve. So the first step is being authentic. Secondly, not giving a fuck what another person thinks about you. This goes in tandem with authenticity. Okay, everybody cares about what other people think about them. That's true. But caring about that shouldn't prohibit you from being yourself. Yeah, ancient truth. Number 3, increase your value as a man. When you increase your value, work hard genuinely, the universe will conspire to make everything you want happen. For you're the average of the 5 people you spend your time with. When you increase your value,